What's up, guys? So today I want to talk to you about something really important. There's a lot of misinformation and FUD going around in the media today because interest rates are going up. They say, oh, there's going to be a crash, there's going to be hyperinflation. Is any of that really going to happen, though? No. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, there's going to be certain things for the next few weeks that people are going to come to realize. And throughout the summer, really, interest rates are going up, right? They think, oh, there's a bubble. Well, there's not really a bubble when there's a shortage of housings, right? We've talked about this in a previous video, but there's a few main differences between what we're going through now. A lot of people are comparing it to 2008, right? So the difference between 2008, I was there in 2008 working, I was just out of high school. I had several different jobs there. I was starting college. And when everything crashed in 2008, you had a lot of backlash against banks. You had new regulations, you had government bailouts, you had everything for these, you know, over leveraged types of big businesses that were lending money to people who weren't qualified for things, and really they never saw it coming, even though it had been building for 10 plus years, right? Since the Affordable Housing Act, and they started lending to people that were very not qualified. Right now, you do have inflation because the government printed a bunch of money, right? So that's going to come back to bite you because nothing comes for free. So the government printed thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, trillions of dollars, and they gave that out for free, right? People were in lockdown. Supply chain shortages were one of the main things that caused this as well. Now there's a backlog, so prices are going up. There's a bottleneck. You can't get the services and supplies and materials and goods that you need, right? So there's a couple answers to this. Is that one, you got to fix that, okay? Not everyone's out of work. You've got the lowest unemployment in history still. It's right there since it was before the lockdowns. So a lot of things are different than they were in 2008. You have inflation because the government's printing money, right? But you also have very low unemployment. Okay? You have people making money, right? The one thing you have that's different right now that I'm going to tell you that why you're not going to see hyperinflation, you're not going to see a huge crash is that actually there's such a shortage of people needed people that are out of work, right? A lot of jobs still need even more people to work for them, right? So what does this give you? This gives you an opportunity to actually switch to a new job that will pay you more money. So right now, people actually have the opportunity to go out and make more money to kind of counteract that inflation. That's where most people aren't thinking about, right? They're thinking, oh no, interest rates are going to go up. I'm not going to be able to afford this. I'm not going to be able to afford that. Well, there are so many businesses out there hiring. They're willing to pay you more money. There's, for example, Walmart right now is a company, and a lot of other trucking companies, directly and indirectly related to the supply chain, are offering $100,000 to go become a truck driver, $5,000, $10,000 bonuses to go become a truck driver. So, what's the one thing that everyone can go out there and do right now to counteract inflation, to counteract rising interest rates? They can actually go put themselves out there and go find a higher paying job. They can increase their income right now, this minute. There's nothing stopping that. I guarantee you that if you put your resume out there, you're going to get calls back. If you're in any kind of fast food or restaurant industry or something that's making minimum wage, you can level up right now and go get a higher paying job today. I guarantee you. Okay, so the other thing that we're looking at with inflation and hyperinflation are the markets, right? The 10-year Treasury bond is one of the things that's inversed with interest rates. People start investing in bonds because they're fearful of what might happen in the market, right? So Treasury bonds are basically printed by the government saying that we'll pay you back later, but it's a safe investment right now, and it's not going to pay you a whole lot right now, but it's also not going to lose your money. So for the past 30, 40 years since 1981, the 10-year Treasury has been on a steady decline. Okay, it's never gotten over 2.18%, and there's a chance that it could surpass that mark, right? And it's kind of hit up at that level. It's hit up at that level a few times over the past 2 decades, but it's right up there again. And they're saying, oh, if it breaches past that, then you could see it go on a run, right? And it ends this 40-year bull run of decrease in interest rates, and that interest rates are actually going to go high, and people are expecting they can go as high as 8%. I'm not saying that won't happen, but what you also have here is the room for wage growth, and that's what people in the economy and people in the government really need to understand, is that they can help battle some of this by incentivizing businesses to go higher, helping with payroll taxes. They did it just a few years ago, and it worked wonderful. You saw the economy just light up like a cannon. And you allow businesses to hire more people. You cut their payroll taxes and increase the likelihood that they'll pay better wages to their employees. On top of, they're already having to charge more because they have so much demand that they can't keep up with. They're already making more money because they have to charge more to get the product out, and it's more work for them, and they're working their butts off. So when they get more people in, they're going to be able to pay them more money anyways. But the government can assist in all this by incentivizing people to go work in these different industries. And again, it doesn't just mean truck drivers, logistics. It could be supply, manufacturing, the actual design of their flow systems for their companies, right, and how they get their product to their people, and more efficient ways. So when you talk about interest rates going up and inflation and everything's going to end up being some huge negative crash, it's not going to happen that way, guys. That is FUD. Okay, just straight up, honestly, people need to keep working. In 2008, when it was a crash and when the banks were getting their hands tied behind their backs, they couldn't lend to anyone after 2008. All the regulations changed. They had a whole new set of laws that they had to abide by, and you couldn't get a loan for anything, right? It was very difficult for people to get credit. What did people keep doing? They kept working, okay? And what was the one thing that kept the economy going? They kept working, okay? They felt like they kind of got used to that not getting anything. And then after 2013, 2015, people started lending again. They started understanding this new type of regulation and all the stuff that they could do. And, you know, now everybody's pocketbook opened back up and they started living again and they started having these experiences. And right now, what you want to do is keep focusing on your work. Keep focusing on your skills and keep focusing on how you can get out there in the economy and you can make more money. Because whether the supply chain issues continue, whether inflation continues, or whether interest rates continue to go up, that's the best thing you can do right now to go counteract inflation, interest rates, and you know, a possible housing crisis. Which, again, guys, it's not going to happen. There are going to be houses that sit on the market longer, which that's normal. You just had 2 years of crazy, money printing where people were going and buying up houses day after day with all cash offers and things like that. Anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Just don't be scared of the market. Don't be scared to react. Don't say you're going to sit on the sidelines for the next 6 months to a year. Go out there, keep working, get what you want to get done. Okay? Thanks.